Bonjour, bonjour. I'm Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France. And in this lesson, we are going to have a close look at the verbs amener and emmener. Have you ever wondered, now, which of these verbs am I supposed to use and when? In this short lesson, we're going to clear all of that up for you, and I'll give you some good examples as well. Here's the first question we have to look at. Are you bringing someone somewhere? Because if you are, then you need to use the verb amener. Well, if you're not bringing someone somewhere, are you taking someone somewhere? If so, that's the verb emmener. So this brings into question for many native English speakers, are we bringing or are we taking? You know, many native English speakers make this mistake all the time, and guess what? Native French speakers do too. But you're not going to anymore after this lesson. Okay, let's look at the verb amener to begin with. Use amener when you're bringing someone or an animal along with you to a place. And here's the thing that's going to help you, I think. You're bringing them along with you to a place and you're leaving them there. Now, stick with me to the end of the lesson because I'm going to show you a situation where we can use amener in a little different way. Now, we're going to use the verb emmener. You hear the difference in the pronunciation, amener, emmener. We're going to use emmener when we're taking someone, a person, or an animal along with us. And remember this part, we're staying with them. Here's our first example with the verb amener. Remember, this is to bring. Il amène son chien chez le vétérinaire. Il amène son chien chez le vétérinaire. Vétérinaire is a mouthful. If you want to shorten it up the way we do in English, we say vet, you can say chez le veto. Chez le veto. So what this means in English is that he's bringing his dog to the vet. And remember, because I really think this is going to help you, he's bringing his dog to the vet and he's leaving him there. Here's another example using the verb amener. Les parents amènent leur fils à l'école. Les parents amènent leur fils à l'école. Let's look at what this means in English. The parents are bringing their son to school. The parents are bringing their son to school, and guess what? They're leaving him there. Emmener. Here we go. We have another one. Elle m'emmène à la plage. Elle m'emmène à la plage. Now let's remember that the verb emmener means to take. So elle m'emmène à la plage means she's taking me to the beach. And this time, guess what? She's staying there with me. Here's another example with emmener, to take. Nous emmenons les enfants au parc. Nous emmenons les enfants au parc. Emmener, to take. So nous emmenons les enfants au parc means we're taking the children to the park. The difference is that we're not leaving them there, like when we brought our son to school. No, we're bringing them to the park and we're staying. That's a clue. That's going to really be helpful. Now, at the very beginning of this lesson, we looked at the verb amener, to bring, and I told you to stick with me until the end because I was going to show you something a little different. Look at this case. We're talking about a vehicle. I can say, ce bus nous amène à la gare. Ce bus nous amène à la gare. Now take a look at this. We're still talking about a vehicle, but I'm using a different verb. Ce bus nous emmène à la gare. Ce bus nous emmène à la gare. What is this all about? I'm not sure you're gonna like it, but let me explain. In the context of vehicles bringing or taking someone somewhere, the verbs amener and emmener are in fact interchangeable. The verb amener, as I told you before, is usually used for people and animals. But Look at how I'm going to use the verb amener in this sentence. Il amène sa voiture chez le garagiste. Il amène sa voiture chez le garagiste. So remember, amener is usually used for people or animals, but now I'm talking about bringing a car somewhere. Il amène sa voiture chez le garagiste. First of all, I said chez le garagiste. You could have said au garage. Why did I say chez le garagiste? Well, to give you a little practice using chez before the name of the title rather of the person. More importantly, why can we do this? Because, see, usually if we're not bringing a person or an animal, then we have to use a different verb. And I have a lesson coming up on that. That verb is apporter. But here with a car, you see, I can't physically pick up my car hold it in my arms and carry it off to the mechanic, can I? It's too heavy. So if you have a situation like this, then you go ahead and use the verb amener. If you are watching this lesson within my French course for self-learners, then you want to be sure to have your lesson guide downloaded so you can take some notes, and then be sure to use those extra practice materials I've put in there for you. If you do not yet have my French course for self-learners and you like learning French with me, then maybe you should check it out. Merci et à très bientôt.